Today, we'll be showing you guys how to replace the stem LED on your Apollo Go. For this repair, you'll require a 3mm Allen key, a rubber mallet, and something thin but long enough to remove the stem from the LED. So first, we are going to remove the screws that hold the handlebar assembly into the stem. There are 6 screws and it requires a 3mm Allen key to remove them. Alright, with all the screws removed, next we'll lift off the handlebar assembly from the stem. So now we'll disconnect the COM cable from the display. So after disconnecting the communication cable, you will notice that there is this black piece here. In order to remove the LED, you will have to remove this. You should be able to just do it with your finger. And now we can leave the handlebar hanging just like this. But next, we're gonna go ahead and flip the scooter over so that we have a better time accessing the panel that hides our controller and wires. So there are 4 screws that hold this panel together. It requires a 3mm Allen key to remove them. All right, now we put the panel to the side. Next, we are going to have to identify which wire is which. It is going to be this connector running here down to here. Now, usually these connectors are covered in shrink wrap. We highly recommend when putting everything back together to put either electrical tape or heat shrink back onto these connectors. So now we'll just disconnect this, and next we will just pull the wire through on the side. Now we'll just remove the wire wrap that covers all of our wires. And now you'll have to remove this gasket. Ours is already removed, but you can just use an Allen key to do this. And now we'll run the LED through the gaskets. In order to not destroy the gaskets, you'll need a needle nose pliers to put in between, and you'll have to pull it like that, and just like that it comes through without having to cut the gasket. So next we will feed the wire through until we feel it coming out here. And next we are going to punch out the LED. So in order to punch out the LED, you're gonna need something thin and long, sounding like this. And when you are going to punch out the LED, make sure you have your object underneath the LED to not damage it. And then you'll slightly, very gently tap it out. And now it should just slide out from the other side. Just like that. So next, we'll begin the process of reinstalling it. For the purpose of this video, we will be reusing the same LED. So to start, we will route our wire through, making sure it comes through the hole, and then we just guide everything through. Now, before putting the LED all the way through, we are going to put the rest of the wire through. Now, to do this, it might be easier to use a fishing cable, such as a brake line or something else to do this, but eventually it will come through. So now we can continue pushing the LED all the way through. So again, we'll use our thin and flat object to punch it all the way in. And it should fall right into place. So now we will redirect the wire through the bottom stem hole, just like this, pulling it all the way through. And again, we will use a needle nose plier to open up this hole so that we do not have to cut it to get our connector through. It may be easier to do this with an extra pair of hands, but it's definitely possible to do alone. Just like that. Just make sure not to damage any of the wires. And now put back your gaskets. Now we'll re-plug in our connector. And again, remember, make sure to put electrical tape or heat shrink around this connector. Now we will put back our wire wrap. So now we'll put back this plate. Just make sure when putting back the plates that none of the wires are getting in the way and at risk of being pinched. And now we'll make sure to put back this black plastic piece that really keeps the stem in place. Make sure to push it all the way down so that it is in securely. And now we'll reconnect our handlebar assembly. So the first thing we are going to do is reconnect the display to the COM cable, and we will push our wire into the stem, and then we just push it like this. So now we'll put back the 6 screws that holds the handlebar assembly to the stem. And just like that, you have now successfully replaced the stem LED on your Apollo Go.